This Nolan Wells situation is proving that race relations in America is just cooked. If you don't know, Nolan Wells, an 18-year-old from Mississippi, was found dead after a July 4th boat trip with his friends. This is obviously a very tragic situation. He seemed like a good kid, also played football out of college down in Mississippi as well. But this situation is getting a lot of attention because of who was involved. If you look at this photo, it's 3 white kids and Nolan Wells. So of course, people have to rule out any accidents and go right into blaming racism and foul play. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump and activist Al Sharpton hopped on this case, further pushing this narrative.
He was one black with 3 young white men.
Now, why is this a problem? Well, it continues to push this narrative that white people are this evil racist group. That anything bad that happens to a person of color, it has to be because some racist motive was attached to it. This is a dangerous ideology, and as a white person, I'm going to talk about it because not many people do. To go right into blaming a certain race without any evidence or facts is dangerous. It sheds a bad light on a certain group. So many posted comments I'm seeing now are warning and criticizing black kids who hang out with a group of white kids, warning them of the dangers of what could follow. It's reported that they were close friends for years, but magically, they just turn on Nolan because of the color of his skin? How does that make sense? Because they were jealous of him, like other people were saying as well? Why can't it be that maybe an accident happened, or if foul play did happen, if a murder occurred? What if the people involved were just simply bad individual people? Why does it have to be a whole race? Why is it always considered racist when a white person kills a black person? Never when a black person kills a white person or any other color. When a black person kills a white person, it's everything but the race. It's mental health issues. It's because the white person provoked it. It's never really a racist hate crime type of situation. The race is also always in the headline when a person of color is the victim, but not the other way around. We look at that situation on the train back in Charlotte when that white Ukrainian girl was stabbed in the neck from a black man sitting behind him. What did he say after that? I got that white, B-I-T-C-H. That's a perfect example of actually being a racist mode of attack. But let me get this out there. In no way is this video defending the white kids or anybody involved. We don't know what happened, so don't think I'm defending anybody. What I'm saying is it's wrong to group white people to be this racist group where you can't be friends with them because they're going to do this or that, where, I don't know, they're murdering black people at this high rate. That's just a common thing. That's just not the case. To warn black kids from hanging out with white kids due to fear of being assaulted or bullied is just not accurate with reality. Could it happen? Yes. And did it happen in the past? Yes, it did. But if we're actually looking at the facts, and this is according to the FBI, roughly 80% to 90% of black homicide victims are killed by black offenders, whereas roughly 10 to 15% are killed by white offenders. And actually, roughly 15 to 17% of white homicide victims are killed by black offenders, which usually counts for around 500 to 600 people per year. And this story has been covered by every major news outlet, which usually isn't the case when it's the other way around, or even black on black violence. We saw over July 4th weekend so many shootings, killings, especially in big cities. And you don't really see it in the national news, only really in the local news. We take a look at a story a few weeks ago when Billy Schmidt, a young white man, was shot and killed by 2 young black men in Philadelphia, walking home from a bar, got robbed, got his phone taken from him, got shot dead. There was no news for it on Associated Press like this Nolan Wells situation was. Same thing goes for CNN, NBC, NPR. Associated Press hosted a live press conference for the situation with Al Sharpton and him defending Nolan Wells. You didn't see that with this Billy Schmidt situation that happened a few weeks ago. Shot dead, robbed, no national news. That's usually the case how it is. I don't know why. I can never wrap my head around why the media is like this. Now I'm going to be done talking about this Nolan Wells situation because I just think it's not a respectful thing to do right now. A young man lost his life, and I'll hold further comments until we actually see what happened, the facts. An independent autopsy, I believe, was ordered, which is a good thing. Of course, it gives clarity to, of course, Nolan's family. It's a very tragic loss for them. They want to know what happened, and it's going to clear everything up. It's good that that's happening. I know Colin Kaepernick got involved as well. I mean, a lot of these people get involved when it's a white on black situation, but you don't really see them get involved when it's black on black or black on white. I'm just calling out the double standards because it is a problem. I mean, we're seeing it right here. It is a problem. The race relations and the double standards in this country are crazy. I honestly fear that they're beyond repair. A few weeks ago, we saw the Carmelo Anthony situation where he was found guilty. It was really a black versus white situation where it didn't matter what the facts were. White people were going to think that, black people were going to think that. I mean, we were literally seeing from Carmelo Anthony's side, mocking the kid who died, Austin Metcalf, mocking white people, saying that it was self-defense, that only reason why Carmelo Anthony was found guilty because of his color of his skin. I mean, this is the situation that we're in since 2020, since George Floyd, since a bunch of police altercations that happened around that time. Ever since, we're seeing it in the media, we're seeing it in music, we're seeing it in sports, we see it in the WNBA with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and other, black athletes. It's really like Caitlin Clark versus the league. It's such a big race war, and it's just ridiculous. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the race and everything. Everything has to be about race, and it's just really annoying. You see this sad situation, and it's automatically due to race. It's just automatically race. It can never just be an accident, and of course has to be some racist motive behind it. And I'm just sick of it. I'm calling out the double standards. I'm calling out how broken the race relations are in this country. We can't get along, unfortunately. It just seems like it. It's a very tragic situation that happened. I hope whoever did anything, if it was foul play, are brought to justice. Because it's wrong. It's absolutely tragic that this had to happen. And it's also tragic and wrong to just blame a certain group of people as well. To say don't hang out with white people because this is what could happen is wrong. And that's the whole point of my video. And if you disagree with that, you're offended by that, well, I don't know what else to tell you. I think it's wrong. I think what happened is a tragic situation. Let's get the facts. And if it ends up being foul play, then it's definitely wrong. Doesn't mean now a group of white people are racist people. Doesn't mean that. Just how it goes. If there's a racist motive behind it, then sure, you could say that. But we don't know that. We don't know anything about that to go ahead and blame a whole group. It's just wrong. It's sad, too, as well. But let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. I'd love to hear your opinions if you agree or disagree. It is what it is. I always keep it respectful. But once again, rest in peace to this young man. An absolute tragic loss of life. 18 years old. Had a bright future ahead of him. Seemed like he was a nice kid. It's sad to see stuff like this happen. It really is. But hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out, guys. Peace.